Just this is funny as hell, but you are a master at world building, which I tell a lot of indie creators, new writers, you have to be able to create a world for these characters to
Yeah.
live in.
Yes, you do. Yeah, they have to feel three-dimensional there. They have their own heartbeat. Otherwise, it does feel at times, for some folks, a little cosmetic or like, okay, therefore you're not getting subconscious resonance for your spirit, whether it's joy, laughter, sadness, eroticism, anger, wrath, whatever. Some core honest emotion, right?
Exactly.
And I think that, because I think too, with a lot of us, what we can do is fall in love with nostalgia and then go, I want to create a superhero based on these powers because when I was young, that superhero got me emotionally through a hard time and, saved me in a lot of ways, right? And I think that's why a lot of fanboys and fangirls kind of freak out now and again about identity when they see like, oh my goodness, we've got black characters in these superhero or fantasy shows, but then, and so on. And it's like, it's a lot deeper than just, sure, there are bigots, sure, there are racists, absolutely. But, we don't, a lot of times, I think, have the empathy or the patience to say, okay, and understandably, sure, but to say that person is just literally having a crisis of identity. And a lot of people do. Like, it's like when you listen to a song and you don't want to know, okay, you listen to a song and go, that song got me through my breakup or got me through my divorce or got me through this really painful period. And then you look them up and go, oh, this motherfucker's done some crazy shit. Can I listen to this song anymore? Now I'm confused, but that is wrapped up in my identity of really who I am. And I can't be so like, oh, I'm down with this person if I know they really did this. Did they really do this? And then it's like, then we're not asking the right questions.
It's funny that you say that, and I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. I'm such a rambler, dude.
No, I just did an episode on celebrity worship.
Yeah. Oh,
and the dangers of that, and everything you're saying. I'm thinking in my mind. I'm 45. When I grew up, when it's whatever musician, celebrity, whoever it was, I hear their song. I don't know too much about them.
Yeah.
So I build up this mystique in my head, but now with social media, that same person we've idolized, we were like, wow, he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Should I still like this song? This guy is a freaking idiot. Did he even write it? And that division between celebrity and fan, it's been blurred.
Yeah, it's completely, because there's now also a unrealistic presentation of celebrity that we think we're connected. We're really not. So we think we have access. We think we know them because they post something and it's like another freaking image of, I'm going to sound like an old man if I'm not careful, but like just an image, right? And it's like, oh, did you see so-and-so? Oh, yeah, such a queen and blah, blah, blah. And I'm so, la, 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 and it's whatever they say and do. I mean, and it's like, yeah, but they're still a million miles away from you. But it's this concept of access. And then this concept of access is then serious, an unrealistic familiarity that we now are connected, where you're not really, you're just what is clever on this. You're a follower. So now you've become a follower. Just subconsciously, just in that mindset. You're not a friend. You don't know this person. You are a follower.
More to that, you're a consumer.
Right.
It's like I can follow you on social media.
Right.
And like, oh, Sebastian A. Jones, he's deep. He's this, he's that. Oh, he got me through my day. Then I find out 5 months later, you don't even handle your social media. You have a PR rep that sends out all your tweets and replies and stuff like that. And it's the craziest thing.
Right. It is the disconnect. It really is. It's hard for me with social media too, because I'm so like, it's literally being, one of my executives was very much like, you know, I'm very accessible. Like at a convention, I'm super accessible. I'm an accessible kind of person, and I like the interaction with the fans because it really means a lot to see. You know, it helps me too when I'm in the lab and I'm staring at the four walls, going like, "Is this any good?" And someone has something really positive to say, like, "Oh, when I met you," or you know, "when I read this," or something that really helped me out through. Or inspired me to go to college. Like I get some incredibly kind messages, and then at times I get some very unkind messages, and it's like figuring out the accessibility to me, and then also like we're talking about celebrities that we have looked up to, maybe right where someone's going to look at me and go, "Oh wait." You know, they're going to catch me at a bad day, or they're going to learn something about me that they might not like. And that's fine, true. Right? And you go, oh, now they're canceled, and now they're obviously this person. And now, you know, you can look all the way back to the Beatles when John Lennon cracked a joke because he's British, and that's what British people do, and say the Beatles is bigger than Jesus. And he's like, of course. And he's like, he had to clarify, like, I was joking. Of course we're not, you know, but as soon as he said it, you know, everyone was breaking all the Beatles records are like, oh my God, you know, you know, like, goodness gracious, how quick are folks to want to be able to be angry at something to make a lot of what they're going through seem important at that time, or in their own moment of time, like, you know, cancel this.
Fake outrage.
Yeah,
it's crazy how people will dig up tweets or whatever posts from 10, 15 years ago and still want to hold that person accountable. And I'm like, hopefully they're a different person 10, 15 years, you know, removed from that situation. You know, I look at celebrities. We were talking about, like, growing up, I used to watch The Cosby Show. I didn't have a father figure in my life, so Bill Cosby was my father figure.
Right.
You know, and now you see the situation he's in, and, you know, you kind of, it's like, okay, he helped me get through points in my life,
right?
But he's still a human being. And that's the thing that people forget when they idolize celebrities, is that they're people too. They're going to make mistakes. They're going to do good things. They're going to do bad things. And we kind of got to pick and choose what we as human beings look at for morality and ethics and things of that nature, and not always look at somebody else to give that to us to make us feel good and validate ourselves.
That's very true. I mean, that's really well put. I wrestle with that stuff a lot, you know. I mean, you know, and I think we do pick and choose, though, for our own sense of morality or our own needs. And I see this a lot too. Like, people do post on Facebook that they know will get like, oh, you know, fuck Dave Chappelle, he made a joke about X, Y, and Z. And then, oh, yeah, fucking, right? And it's like, okay, is that how you feel? Are you doing it because that's how you feel at the moment? Are you wanting to get just more comments right now so you feel, you know, like, oh, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And I also, especially, you know, and maybe I'm just have more empathy, but I'm always kind of a little wary when it comes to when Black men are being torn down. Like, what was the original perpetration of the moment? What are, you know, there's always so many agendas. You know, I ran a record label for many, many years, and I bore witness to a lot of corporate agenda. So when you know there's corporate agenda in different businesses and different industries, you know, you also have it. But again, like, we're in a surface age, Arthur. Like, it's like, oh yeah, what happened now? I'm gonna read the headline. Fuck it. Fuck that person. Okay, did you order the pizza, honey? And then, you know, oh, I gotta brush my teeth now. Oh, you know, I'm in this. And then, oh, I'm now doing my Farmville. Now I've got to do dog ears on an app on Instagram. You know, now I'm going to do a post so people remember. now I do this, now I do this. And it's just too much. So no one, I don't think, has the time to have empathy or to have.
That's the sad part. That's the sad part. Now, you brought up something that's interesting. I haven't talked to anyone about this yet. Harry Styles, he was on the cover of a magazine in a dress. People got mad about it. And somehow it turned into a conversation on Black Twitter about Black men and masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, oh, if a Black man has a dress on, he's automatically homosexual. Or if he's feminine in any sense, he's either homosexual or leaning that way. And I look at America, and there are a lot of single parent homes where Black men were raised by women. Mm-hmm. And so just looking at that, and of course I'm generalizing to a certain degree.
Yeah.
If you're raised by a bunch of women, you're going to take on some feminine characteristics. It's not going to, define your sexuality, but some of your mannerisms and things of that nature, just based on who you're around on your day-to-day level, are going to be a little more feminine in some cases. So what are your thoughts on the media and its portrayal of Black masculinity?
Wow, you hit me with a deep stuff.
Little bit.
Just a little bit. Oh my goodness gracious. How's my hair doing? It's a little lopsided. I tell you, I think it's a very delicate. I mean, it's such a delicate reality to each piece of media that portrays at that point, and where they are at, whoever they are. Whether it's a magazine, whether it's an editor in chief, I think everyone kind of goes through their own journey at their own pace and at that time. And so if I say media in general, I think that can be too generalizing. I also look at it in historical context to say, where are we at, right? Where are we at in a general sense now compared to, let's say, the 90s?